Hello my geniuses, welcome to another biochemical lecture series. Today is a great science tutor Lorenzo, and today we'll be talking about ketone body metabolism. But specifically, we'll be sharing the video into two. This one will start with ketogenesis, how we form ketone bodies, while in my next video I'll be talking about ketolysis, how we utilize ketone bodies. You get it now? So we'll split it into three. So ketogenesis, ketolysis, and in the last one I will share it out of the video, which is ketosis, which means the clinical correlation. When there's excess ketone bodies, then we'll have ketosis. So I don't want to put them together so that you have it will be easier for you to study. So if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on your post notification button so that anytime I drop any video, you'll be sure to be notified. If you want me to make a video for you, make sure you drop it down in the comment section. I promise I'll make that video solely for you. So let us jump right into the video. So today we'll be talking about ketone body metabolism, but first of all we'll be starting with what we call ketogenesis. You get it now? So first of all, what's ketone body metabolism? This refers to the formation and the utilization of what ketone bodies. Ketone body metabolism, it is the what formation and the utilization of what ketone bodies. So it's now for ketogenesis. Now ketogenesis is a metabolic pathway which involves the formation of ketone bodies. I get ketone bodies. So ketone bodies are bad to the body, they are not useful to the body. So they always come when there is increase in beta oxidation. So when you have excessive beta oxidation, naturally beta oxidation helps us to make ATP, helps us to make energy, which means fat gives us more energy than even glucose, because fat will give us up to 132 ATP. If you go to the energy profile of beta oxidation, you see that fatty food gives us more energy than glucose. But the only problem that when you oxidize excess fatty acid, it will lead to ketone body formation, and ketone body formation will increase the acidity in the body, causing metabolic acidosis. So it is very, very bad. So ketone body is a product of excess beta oxidation. So when you have excess oxidation of fatty acid during fasting, starvation, strenuous exercise, you get ketone body formation. So I said ketone body metabolism is the metabolism which involves the formation and the utilization of ketone bodies. You get it now? Why ketogenesis is a metabolic pathway which involves the formation of ketone bodies. Are you getting me now? So ketone bodies during excess fatty acid oxidation. So now, where is the site? Where does this occur? Ketogenesis occurs in the mitochondria of the liver. Are you getting me now? It occurs in the mitochondria of the liver and the adrenal cortex. So the major site is the liver's mitochondria, and the adrenal cortex, that is the minor site. Why ketolysis, which we'll also talk about, occurs in extrahepatic tissues, because in ketolysis the body utilizes those ketone bodies for energy. Are you getting now? So it's just an homeostatic pathway whereby those ketone bodies you have formed that is causing harm to you, the body utilizes ketone bodies, using them for formation of ATP. Very, very easy. So ketogenesis occurs in the liver and it occurs in the kidney. Are you getting now? So next one we are looking at is ketone bodies. What are the types of ketone bodies? So we have the primary ketone bodies called acetoacetate, or we can call it acetoacetic acid. We have the secondary ketone bodies, which is β-Hydroxybutyrate, and we have volatile ketone bodies. We call them volatile because they are originated from acetoacetate. So when we spontaneously decarboxylate acetoacetate, we get the volatile ketone body called acetone. Are you getting that? So acetone is gotten from the spontaneous decarboxylation of acetoacetate. Are you getting now? So the next one is, what is the stimulating factor here? So the stimulating factor here is fasting, starvation, strenuous exercise. So when you are fasting, starvation, strenuous exercise, your body oxidizes fatty acid, and when your body oxidizes fatty acid, excess fatty acid, like I tell you, lead to ketogenesis. So during fasting, starvation, strenuous exercise, your body start breaking down non-carbohydrate sources to give you glucose, and also oxidize fatty acid to give you ATP. Also, immediately during fasting, starvation, strenuous exercise, my body and your body releases what we call glucagon from the alpha cells of Langerhans. Also, during stressful condition, during this stage too, the body releases cortisol too. So what are the inhibiting factor? The inhibiting factor is that when you are eating, ketogenesis doesn't occur. Ketogenesis doesn't occur because feeding inhibits what we call beta oxidation and encourage what fatty acid synthesis. So during feeding, your body is inhibiting ketogenesis, and when you eat, insulin is released and which inhibits ketogenesis, and also presence of tyrosine, because tyrosine increases basic metabolic rate also in the body, so it increases basic metabolites in the body. So when there's increase in food, that insulin is released and also tyrosine, all this inhibits ketogenesis. Okay, now so we want to look at the pathway involves in ketone body formation, especially ketogenesis. So when we look at the pathway each are you getting now, it will be more easier for you. So let us get it again. Ketogenesis occurs in the mitochondria of the liver as a major site, and also in the adrenal cortex as a minor site. And why ketolysis occurs in extrahepatic tissue, are you getting now? That is when the body utilizes the ketone body homeostatically to produce ATP. Are you getting now? And again, how does ketone body form? It is formed when there's excess oxidation of fatty acid. So when there's oxidation of excess fatty acid, you start producing acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA, because acetyl-CoA, 8 moles of acetyl-CoA is a end product of what? Beta oxidation of long-chain fatty acid, especially palmitic acid. So when you oxidize palmitic acid, you are getting 8 moles of acetyl-CoA. But when you continue oxidizing fatty acid, you get a lot of acetyl-CoA, and this will lead to ketone body formation. Are you getting that? So since you have understood this now, we'll be moving into the next one, which is the metabolic pathway here of ketogenesis. The metabolic pathway of what? Ketogenesis. So the first one is that we are condensing 2 moles of what? Acetyl-CoA. Remember, the product of beta oxidation or fatty acid oxidation is 2 moles of fatty acid. A lot of fatty acid. Even when I taught you alpha oxidation, I taught you omega oxidation, I taught you medium chain fatty acid. So I gave you the oxidation. So when you oxidize them, are you getting now? The same thing will happen here. You'll be forming acetyl-CoA. So when you oxidize fatty acid, especially you form acetyl-CoA. So when the acetyl-CoA condenses, they form what they call acetoacetyl-CoA. Acetoacetyl-CoA. Are you getting now? Acetoacetyl-CoA is when you condense 2 moles of what? Acetyl-CoA. If you condense them together, you get to acetoacetyl-CoA by the enzyme acetyl-CoA acetyltransferase. Acetyl-CoA acetyltransferase, or we can call them thiolase. So for short, when you condense 2 moles of acetyl-CoA, remember acetyl-CoA is 2 carbon, while another acetyl-CoA is 2 carbon. So when you combine 2 carbons together, you get what? Acetoacetyl-CoA by the enzyme thiolase. Okay, now so thiolase. So now you have gotten acetoacetyl-CoA. What happens? You condense it with another acetyl-CoA, because I told you that when you continue breaking down fatty acid, you are getting acetyl-CoA. So acetyl-CoA will be condensing together continuously. They will be condensing together continuously. So if they condense the first time, they will form acetoacetyl-CoA. Again, another acetyl-CoA will condense with what? Acetoacetyl-CoA, and what will be the product? It will form what we call HMG-CoA. To form HMG. So if I condense, look at the equation. If I condense another acetyl-CoA with acetoacetyl-CoA, I'll form what we call HMG-CoA. And what is HMG-CoA? 3-hydroxyl 3-methylglutaric what? CoA. 3-hydroxyl 3-methylglutaric what? CoA. That is when I add another acetyl-CoA. Because when I condense the first one, they give me acetoacetyl-CoA. When I add another one again, what it will give me? It will give you HMG what? CoA by what? HMG-CoA synthase. Because when I'm using the word synthase means I'm condensing 2 compounds together. So when I'm condensing acetyl-CoA with what? Acetyl-CoA or acetoacetyl-CoA, I'm getting what? HMG-CoA. So it's quite easy here. Again, now when I've got a HMG-CoA, what will happen now? If I'm doing HMG-CoA, if I can cleave the reaction. Cleaving the reaction in the sense of, now I'll be using what we call HMG-CoA lyase. So if I use HMG-CoA lyase, I will cleave HMG-CoA. I get him now. I'm using lyase to cleave HMG-CoA. Then I'll get what? Acetoacetate, and I'll get what? Acetyl-CoA. So lyase, it is a class of enzyme, the 4th class of enzyme. Are you getting now? This is when I am cleaving HMG-CoA. When I cleave HMG-CoA, what happens? Without the use of without the use of water or any compound. If I cleave HMG-CoA, I'll get acetoacetate, and I'll also get what? Acetyl-CoA. That is cleavage reaction. So in cleavage reaction, what happens? I'm cleaving HMG-CoA with what? HMG-CoA lies. So if I cleave HMG-CoA with HMG-CoA lies, I'll be getting what? Acetoacetate and what? Acetyl-CoA. I get it now. That is called what? Called cleavage reaction. And I've gotten my first primary ketone body. I've gotten my first primary ketone body. So now I've gotten my primary ketone body. I get him now. So what will now happen here? I will now undergo what we call spontaneous decarboxylation by removing CO2. If I remove CO2 from this reaction, what happened? Or I'm removing CO2 from acetoacetate, what will happen? I'll get what? Acetone. So removal of CO2 by spontaneous decarboxylation, we get what we call acetone. I get him now. So acetone is a what? A volatile what? Ketone body. It's a volatile ketone body that causes fruity smell. I get him now. So somebody that is having acetone, because acetone is alcohol, so it causes an odor in the breath. So it will be as if the patient is drinking. The patient can be an obese female, or the patient can be a young child, especially it comes with type 1 diabetic patient. So if the patient is having type 1 diabetes, I get him now, what will happen is see the same thing. The patient will be having acetone due to spontaneous decarboxylation. And when there's spontaneous decarboxylation, what happens is sure that the patient is having what? Ketosis. And ketosis is constant with what we call diabetic ketoacidosis. Diabetic ketoacidosis. So now we have spontaneously decarboxylated acetoacetate. You get it now. So the next one we'll be doing that due to the fact that we have to get the secondary ketone body. So how can I get the secondary ketone body? The secondary ketone body can be gotten from the reduction of acetoacetate. So if I reduce acetoacetate, what will I get? I'll get what we call β-Hydroxybutyrate. You get it now. So if I reduce acetoacetate, I'll get β-Hydroxybutyrate. By the enzyme beta-hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. Beta-hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. That means I have to reduce acetoacetate to beta-hydroxybutyrate by the enzyme beta-hydroxybutyrate dehydrogenase. So if I reduce the reaction, which means I will what? Oxidize NADH to NAD plus. I will oxidize NADH to NAD what? Plus. So I've gotten my secondary ketone body. So my secondary ketone body here is when I reduce acetoacetate to form beta-hydroxybutyrate. So my primary ketone body is acetoacetate. So how did I get acetoacetate? I got acetoacetate when I what? Cleaved HMG-CoA with what? HMG-CoA lies to get acetoacetate and acetyl-CoA. So when I got my acetoacetate, I now spontaneously decarboxylate what? Acetoacetate to get acetone, and now I reduce it to get beta-hydroxybutyrate. Are you getting now? So I hope you understand what I've been saying since. So I've taught you how to get the primary ketone body, the secondary ketone body, and the what? Decarboxylated form of acetoacetate. So I hope it all made sense to you and you have understood how I got my ketone body. Are you getting now? So this is ketogenesis. In my next video, I'll be going to ketolysis. So keep watching. I want you to go to the next video, or ketolysis now. How we utilize the ketone body hemostatically to form what? ATP. So I'll see you in my next video. Switch to the next video now. Bye bye.